Right. Tracy and Jill, thank you very much for coming up. Can we just clarify, Jill, you are Tracy's manager with Kirklees, is that right?
No, sorry.
You're not, okay. Well, should we get that straight then? What is your job role?
I predominantly work with the high school team.
Okay.
And my job, I was invited to coordinate this competition.
Right, okay.
And this is how I ended up working with Tracy.
Okay, right, thank you. Right, so I'm told that this isn't your first interview.
No, just a short one, just after I'd done
Okay,
last night.
and how did that go?
Yeah, a bit speechless, a bit sort of like, just like this.
Yeah. Okay, right, so have you had a chance yet to talk to your family? Let them know.
I did. I actually rung my husband last night when
Right.
I'd actually got back to my seat, and as soon as he picked up the phone, he's going, "Yay, well done, well done." And I'm thinking, well, how do you know? And he says, "Oh, I've been following it on Twitter."
Oh, right,
So he
okay.
knew exactly the moment I got up and won.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was over the moon.
And what about the school? Do they know yet?
I rung them this morning
Yeah, okay.
and spoke to the lady in the office, and she was like, "So it's Tracy from the kitchen." I says, "I won," and she was like, "Yay!" And she obviously passed it on to the head teacher, who sent me a message back saying,
Right.
"Well done," and it's brilliant, it's fantastic.
So you're very low key about it. You just said, "Oh, it's Tracy."
Yeah, you know.
Got a little bit of news
Well, I had
for
to tell
you.
her where I'm from. She might not, she might have forgotten.
And did you manage to get any sleep last night? I guess is the
Not
question.
really, no. I was absolutely shattered on the coach on the way back, and then as soon as my head hit the pillow, my brain just went into overload, and it was just like all these thoughts, and it's like, oh my God, what have I let myself in for? What's going to be happening over the next year? And it's just like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It's like, shut up, go to sleep. And it just wouldn't let me.
No, I guess everyone can understand that's the way it would work. How did you just take yourself back to last night, just before the announcement that you're the winner, and then they call out your name? What was going through your mind at that point?
I was really calm actually, and it was just like, oh, that you well done, Jose's won this one, and then Michael's got that one, and it's like, whose name they're going to be calling, and then as soon as you hear yours, it's like, oh my God, and then you've got somebody screaming in your ear and everybody else are clapping, and it's just like, it's really mental really, it's just like, oh God, yeah, wow.
Was that you, Jill, screaming in her ear?
No.
No.
Well, I've never heard anybody scream so loud in my ear before.
Okay, I think people would be interested to know a little bit about what yesterday was like for you, taking part in the final. Were you nervous at all at the start?
No, not really. I've been quite calm all the way through, and every time they've asked me if I've been all right, I'm saying, yeah, I'm fine, and they're like, you're fine? I'm saying, yeah, I'm fine, I'm used to cooking for 280 a day, so if I'm cooking for 4, it's nothing really. I mean, I know you've got this like time scale, but you've got a time scale at school, so 280 meals in this time and then 4 meals in this time. It's just, but yeah, it was a fantastic day yesterday.
I must admit, when I watched the video, I thought, were you hiding somewhere? Because the camera didn't seem to catch you very much, did it?
But I am there. They just seem to be catching me stirring the pan or, leaning over the back oven. But, when you're small, you can hide away a bit.
And how easy is it preparing dishes in a kitchen that you're totally new to?
I think as long as you're organised, it's more the equipment really.
Yeah.
There was a slight problem with the oven not reaching temperature, and my meatballs were in, and I'm thinking, they're not going to cook, they're not going to cook in time. It's like, oh, what can I do? Like, oven, right, I'll use that one, and it's luckily we're all ready in time, but yeah, just for a few seconds, a bit of panic.
Yeah, we did see one of the other competitors wrestling to close the door of the combi oven at one point. But you didn't have any problems like that?
No.
Okay. And, I mean, did you get a chance to talk to some of the other competitors?
Yeah, well, obviously before we started the cook-off, we all were in the same room, and it's just nice. I've made a lot of new friends, met a lot of new people, and just a great camaraderie really between all of us. It was just like as though we were all one really, even though there's only one winner. It was just fantastic, the whole experience, and just how nice other people were.
Okay. I think we'd also like to know a little bit about the dishes that you cooked. There was lamb kofta and cherry tomato skewers. Is
Yes,
that right for
yeah.
the main course? Tell us a little bit about why you chose that.
It's actually just sort of a fusion of two dishes that are already on the menu at school. So
Yeah.
I already make lamb meatballs in a tomato sauce, and I also do lamb kebabs. So it was just sort of a fusion there to bring them both together. And the idea of putting the cherry tomatoes on was the fact that I find that children will eat tomatoes more if they're cooked than when they're raw, because it just tastes, it's a different texture.
Yeah.
So like my son, I always found that when he was little, he'd eat a cooked tomato, but he would not eat a tomato in
Right.
a salad.
Okay.
So that was that idea.
And the dessert, there's quite an interesting little story there, isn't it? Because you live in a part of the world which is known as
It's
the rhubarb triangle, is that
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're very, very close to Wakefield, which is obviously well known for its rhubarb. So
Yeah.
obviously coming from Yorkshire, it's, well, we can't not use it, can we?
Excellent, yeah. Have the recipes changed at all? You obviously make a paper entry, but then there's quite some time and a lot of experience in preparing this dish until you reach the final. Does it change at all over that period?
Not really, you just tend to tweak.
Yeah.
You sort of get the judge's critique, and you just think,
Okay.
yeah, I understand what they're saying. So instead of using like mint sauce, use fresh mint.
Yeah.
And then so sort of like instead of doing a ginger biscuit, can you change it into something else so it's not just a cream and a biscuit? So you do get very positive feedback, which
Good.
helps you just to
Yeah.
tweak things.
And how many times do you reckon you've cooked it so far?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few. I think I've done my husband really likes the rice, so I've been sort of making that for tea quite a lot.
Right, okay. And what about the children at school? Have they had a chance to try this yet?
They have, yes, yeah. Obviously, when we enter the competition, you have to show that you can produce it en masse.
Yeah.
So we did do it in school, but as I say, with it already being something similar to what they already
Yeah.
eat, it went down quite well.
Okay. So good feedback from
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Excellent, yeah. Okay. Can you tell us why you entered, or how you came to enter the School Chef of the Year competition?
I can, yeah. I generally enter the Laser Finishes Touches competition,
Right.
and we were down in Birmingham last summer because I'd entered a few categories there, and Jill said, oh, we're going to go around to the Scotty Laser School Chef of the Year stand. And so we met Kat, who was last year's winner.
Yeah.
Just had a natter with her, and she said, oh, are you interested? I said, well, I might do. I think I'll give it a go. And from there, it's spiralled and led to here.
All right, okay. Jill, maybe it's an opportunity to just to bring you in here. You obviously had a little bit of a part to play in persuading Tracy to get involved. Why did you think it would be a good idea for her or for anyone maybe to enter the competition?
Tracy loves the competition,
Yeah.
the finishing touches, and we've done it for quite a number of years now. And she's always done exceptionally well, and I've become quite good friends with her through the finishing touches. And I said, just come and have a look at this with me. And she said, oh, I might be interested. Well, that was the red flag. That's all I needed. Right, okay. So when we come to do the heat round, I went, oh, I put your name down, Tracy.
Okay, well.
All right, thanks. Okay. I only said I might. So we took it from there, and we've never looked back since.
I mean, what do you think entering the competition does for Kirklees Council School Catering Service and obviously for an individual chef? What benefits do you get from it?
We get a lot of benefits from it. We prove that we do, and we have got excellent teams out there. Not just Tracy, we've got a number of teams out there within Kirklees that do an excellent job day in, day out. Some of them just aren't as confident as Tracy at doing the competitions. Doesn't mean to say that they don't do an excellent job. And getting recognised now that we do have this team out there, so it's going to open doors for us and get us name out there.
You think Tracy's example will perhaps
I hope so,
persuade one or two others?
Yeah, through Tracy, we've got people, new people coming through, even just for the finishing touches that wouldn't have done it necessarily before. So even through that, we've got them coming through for the other competitions as well.
I mean, Tracy, talking about confidence, do you feel more confident as a school chef now than maybe when you started the competition?
say I'm just the same.
Just the
really.
same,
I'm just the
yeah.
same person as I was before.
Yeah.
It's just obviously doing stuff like this now that we would never have done before.
Yeah. What do you think winning the title is going to mean to you? You've obviously been briefed a little bit about some of the things that in store for you over the
Yeah.
course of the next year. So
Yeah.
you know your life is going to change a little bit.
Just a bit,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind year, and I
Yeah.
think it's just a matter of sort of taking time to sort of look at what's suitable for you and how much you can do without pushing yourself too much.
Yeah.
But just enjoying the whole year and enjoying the whole experience of what's going to happen, really.
Yeah. I mean, it might be an opportunity also, while we've got you here, just to talk a little bit about school meals. Obviously, everyone in this room would agree that they're a pretty good idea. I mean, what will you say to people? Because you might well be put on the spot and said, well, you know, why should children have school meals? What do you see as the real benefit of them?
I think when you see what people are actually providing for children and you see what people are putting in packed lunches, it's so different. I mean, packed lunches are just bag of crisps, sandwich, chocolate biscuit, whereas if the child was to take the whole dinner that was on offer, the plate would just look so colourful and just all everything they need, all the daily nutrients, etc., following the plate that was the Eat Well plate, it would just all be there. And you know, the parents just need to be sort of educated that the child, and it also helps them at school, really, doesn't it, with the learning and stuff, just knowing that they've got a hot dinner.
What about your school? It's Ravensthorpe Junior
Juniors,
School,
yeah.
is that right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that school. How big is it?
We're just a junior school,
Yeah.
and we have, I think it's about 320 or 30,
Yeah.
something like that on roll. It might be even more than that.
And how many of them have...
Well, actually, no, it's 400 odd, I guess.
Is it?
But wrong. Yeah. So I provide meals for about 280.
Right, okay.
And then we have about 80 that are on sandwiches.
Yeah.
But we're also one of the schools that still let children go home as well.
Okay.
So but the head teacher, we've got a new head teacher, and he's trying to slowly sort of trying to dissuade parents from doing that.
And at your school, obviously, the children love your winning dish, the lamb meatballs. What else do they like? What are the sort of the favourites?
Everything, really.
Yeah.
I mean, lasagna, anything. Pizza, obviously, children always love pizza. But there's such a variety of dishes now in school meals as well. I mean, on some days, with having 2 service points, so there's a main side, as we call it, and a pasta side, where it's just more of a snacky thing, they can have up to 7 choices in a day. So when you look back at what we were sort of given as children, where it was 1 plate and there everything was put on it, to what it is now, it's very much like us going out for lunch and deciding what we want, isn't it? So it's exactly the same for children now.
And so you think the children in your school, at least, are they're quite adventurous. They're willing to try a lot of different foods.
Yeah, and I think that's the key to school meals is to give variety and to keep pushing foods and not just saying, oh, they don't like it, they don't like it. It's just to keep trying it, just to up the dishes every time you do it, really.
Well, that's fantastic. I think everyone in this room offers their biggest congratulations they possibly can to you and to you, Jill, on winning this. I'm sure you're going to be a wonderful ambassador for school meals for 2017. Thank you very much, Tracy and Jill.
Thank you.